Okay, so we are now ready with our setup of the Python PIP and the cursor ID. Now, this section of the course will help us to understand what we have learned so far. So, we have cleared out some of the core MCP concepts where we try to understood that what are the MCP server architecture. So it says that it is a bridge between AI assistant and external tools. In this case, the chat of cursor that we are using is the AI assistant, and the tools that we defined inside our MCP server were actually detected by this respective chat interface of cursor. We used fast MCP framework, which is lightweight and helps us to develop efficient server, and we have understood how to declare the respective tool in any of the MCP server using app.toolDecorator. We also understood the server lifecycle, which is app.run, which helps us to define the request and response flow. We also understood the potential of how we can integrate the external API, where we used the Open Meteo API for getting the weather. We understood how we can do the data mapping with Python, where we had created the collection of city names along with the coordinates and mapped it with the API responses. We also have defined the error handling technique, set up the validation error messages in the Python code for the sample of API integration. We also have created our own response structuring, where we can define our own clean, consistent format for AI consumption when this was displayed in the chat interface after the tool was identified and the response was collected. We also understood how we can define the dependency management, which we have achieved so far using requirements.txt, where we can use the pip install command, where it will identify all the dependencies that we have mentioned like MCP, fast MCP, sumi, etc. And we also have used the requests library, which is from Python, to perform the API calls. We define the dictionary and handle the configuration and responses. We also have used the type hints for the function signature and the return types that we have defined in the server.py. And we have created one real world application where we had done timeout handling when we were performing the external API calls. We have done some input validation that the entered city should match with the defined collection of the supported cities, and the helpful mirror messages were also shown to the user from the chat interface itself if that city was not matching. That is called graceful degradation. We are now aware that okay, cursor AI provides the code intelligence as well. So when you will start typing the server.py code, right, it will help to autocomplete and provide the intelligence. And it is a very powerful technology of cursor AI. We can figure out the error detection while running the respective code, and we can jump between the definitions of the methods by clicking on it. Cursor AI powered assistance also helps to generate the code. The boilerplate code can be generated for MCP. The pattern recognition is also supported by Cursor AI powered assistance, and we can also perform the document integration and get the context about the frameworks and APIs from its settings. The debugging support is very powerful so that we can identify and fix the issues in the Cursor AI itself. The cursor AI development workflow we have understood so far, which helps us to do the file management and also how to use the terminal which is integrated inside. We have seen the project structure organization. As of now, we have not looked into in depth, but we have created a couple of files, and we also figured out how to clear the dependency resolution by installing the packages with PIP. We have understood how the contextual help and real-time feedback can be provided from the coding assistance, and we can also generate some of the example codes working with MCP patterns, and we can get the best practice guidance, improvement optimization from the cursor AI itself. And Cursor AI also provides the integrated testing where you can invoke the respective tools, example whether API calls. We can also look into the error diagnosis, connection, and API issues which are shown after the prompt is executed by the user and the tool is identified. It will show the details of the any of the connection issues if it is faced. And we can also get the help from the AI chat assistants for getting the performance optimization, example API call efficiencies. So finally, if we talk about the key takeaways, so far we have understood some of the MCP skills like server creation, API integration, error handling, etc. And we have taken the advantages of Cursor AI IDE, where we can get the integrated testing environment, real-time feedback, etc. And the solid foundation for advanced MCP server and AI tool integration is what we have got to know from the Cursor AI.